Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to take a look at some awesome comics that I am about to bundle up and send off to CGC for grading. I've been on a little bit of a roll the last few weeks with sending in small shipments of books as I've been going through the collection, looking at things, looking at values, and so this is the third such bundle that I am sending in, and I think there's some pretty cool books here. This first one is a book that has been hanging around for a while. This is Power Girl issue number 27. It is a nice copy of Power Girl 27. There are some small blemishes on this one because it is a white cover, but I am not sending this one in as part of a pre-screen. We're going to go ahead and roll the dice with this. And I can say that there's some others here that we're going to roll the dice with. And what I mean by that is that I've taken the time to look at these books and I feel very comfortable with the cost versus the value depending upon like where they land on the grading scale. So I've taken the time to look at these and I'm very comfortable with where they potentially will land. So this next stack of books that I'll show you are all books that I am doing a pre-screen for, and I'm pre-screening them at a 9.6 or higher. The next two are basically the same. This is Wolverine issue number 75, and these are the error versions. There are two versions out there, I do believe, and the error version has a blue hologram. And so I've compared these two copies to others that I have in the collection, and I believe that these are both the error versions, at least from what I see. They look to be blue, so I have two nice copies that I think should get at least a 9.6. We might get lucky, get the 9.8, but we will see. I technically could say the same thing about this next book because it is really clean. It is a really clean copy of Deadpool issue number 1. And I have had this book set to the side for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger, take a chance, send it in, and hope that we get a solid grade on that one. Next up, we have Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 1. Cool book right there. And like I said, I've taken the time to look at these, and I have a lot of copies of this one, but I feel like this is the one that we are going to take the shot on goal with to get that 9.6 or higher. The next two are essentially the same book. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 4, and again, two nice copies of it. Fingers crossed that we are going to get a good bounce with those, and they will come back at a 9.6 or higher. I think that this next stack of books that I want to pull for you are all just going to be sent in, and wherever they land will be fine. I think that that's what this stack is. I may have to look at it again before I bundle it up, of course. But this next one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures issue number 1, and I do believe that this is the volume 1 of the 3-part mini-series. That is the very first issue right there. Here is the second part of that 3-part series, and as you would imagine, we have the third part as well. So some pretty nice copies of this, and we'll see where those grade out. Next up, I think that this one is volume 2 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures, but this is issue number 1. We have some Shredder action on the cover of that one. Oh, I should have shown these. We have two additional copies. So a lot of copies found in the 100K collection. These are all pretty nice copies, so we're going to send those in. And then the very last stack here are some additional Turtles books. These are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 5, and I want to say that they printed 60,000 copies of this back in the day, and I have a healthy number of them. So these are 4 copies that we're going to send in, and hopefully again we get some good grades on those. In the 100K collection, I may have like 5 or 6 bins of just really awesome turtle comics, and so I'm trying to go through those bins and examine them and figure out what it is that I want to send in to be graded. And like I said, fingers crossed we're going to get some good grades on the stuff that I have set aside here. I've been debating whether I send in some Silver Age books next, because I've been holding on to a nice stack of some awesome Silver Age comics from our personal collection, and I'm debating whether I send those in. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned because potentially we will see some Silver Age books go in instead of some of the books that you've been seeing in the last couple of videos. But we'll see what happens. With that said, before I let you go, I want to give you guys a reminder of a really awesome comic book series that I am working on that will be dropping in October after New York Comic Con. It is called Marcus. It is an awesome series. If you haven't seen the videos and the details on this project, I definitely encourage you to look for those videos here on YouTube. And if you're feeling frisky, head over to swoldierpublishing.com because I have a couple of pages on the website dedicated to all of the details around Marcus. So if you're feeling frisky, head over there and maybe pick up a copy. If you're going to be at New York Comic Con, we will be on site Thursday through Saturday. More details to come on that. And if you are going to be there, I'm definitely looking forward to meeting you face to face. If you want to reach out to me in the interim, you can do that on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yo, should you practice art? Or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master. The one that's more than a rapper. The one that's an educator. The one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts. He's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan. Straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations. Synergy and combinations. You fly and we waiting. Indian style in the gold.